Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njeru. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man, the man is looking for a woman, and any other time we are having a woman, that woman must be looking for a man. On today's show, we are having a man from the United States of America, and this is the second time I'm bringing him on the show because after I brought him for the first time, I think people misunderstood him. And when people misunderstood him, then he was not able to get the kind of match he was looking for. I told you that distance notwithstanding, where you are notwithstanding, where you come from notwithstanding, this is a show for singles. And because we believe in families, we believe that out of good families, we bring out good people. And family is like therapy because at home, that's where we get healed. At home, that's where we shed our we shed our burdens, we put them down, we meet people, we become vulnerable to them, we tell them what we are going through, they tell us what we reciprocate that love, and when they reciprocate, then we are in the best time, we're in the best position. So our guest on today's show is a man from the US, aged 45, and again you could be asking yourself, why is a 45-year-old man single? What kind of a woman is he looking for? And what has culminated to his singlehood? At the same time, you could be asking yourself, why didn't he get a match in the first time? When we brought him on the show the first time, why didn't he get a match? I said when I was starting that probably most people misunderstood his story. Now, I want to encourage as many as of those who are taking contacts on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeru to be listening to these stories because you avoid a lot of, I usually tell people that when I bring a story on YouTube, you don't have to keep asking me, what did he say? You already listened to the basic. And most people don't listen to the stories. And maybe they miss out on information. Mtu akisikia pengine mtu ametoka wapi, anakimbia anachukua number without listening to the story, and then the person is surprised. It's like, oh, you picked my number and you did not listen to the story. So I kindly encourage you to listen to the stories because these stories are usually very brief, and then you can get an understanding because I believe the choice of a marriage partner is a very serious choice. It's a very important decision, and once you make that decision, then there is no turning back, then unless you're looking for another partner. Now, our guest on today's show is Mr. Mukiri. I brought his story again. He is single at 45. He doesn't have children and he lives in the US. Like everybody else, everyone is outside the country or inside the country depending on where works for them. If you're outside the country, that is where works for you. That is what works for you. If you're inside the country, that is what works for you. All the same, we are all looking for greener pastures. And he is working currently as a caregiver in the US at the age of 45. He is single, and he said that when he was in his 20s, he was involved in an accident. And when he was involved in that accident, he developed some complications, and later on he decided he won't be having children. And to this date, he has never had children of his own. He decided that he loves children, and he has even worked as a caregiver. He has worked with vulnerable children. He has worked with children even as a coach. He has worked with children as a swimming coach also. He trains children. He has done so many activities revolving around children, so he loves children. Okay, maybe somebody could be thinking he doesn't have children because he doesn't love children. He thought maybe he could not become the best father. And you see, fatherhood is one of the most important journeys. If you cannot become a great dad, it is not important to become one. And if you can throw your children out in the sun, if you can throw them under the bus, there is no point becoming one, becoming a dad. So he called himself for a meeting. He decided not to have children, and that is why he is looking for a woman who does not have children because he's child free. For starters, I said that if you are child free, that means you do not have children in your past, you don't have children in your present, neither are you planning to have children in the future. So that is Mr. Mukiri's story. He is living in the US, and he's looking forward to get a woman who is also child free. Child free in the sense that that woman does not have children in the past, not having children in the present, and not planning to have children in the future. If you're that kind of a woman, then this is the ideal match because Mr. Mukiri is looking for that woman. He doesn't look at the physical appearance. For him, he said, and I quote, I don't look at Nyash. I don't look at boobs. That is his message. If I read that message on WhatsApp, that's exactly what he said. So I am not misquoting him. I am not trying to misunderstand him or to say something for him. That is exactly what he said. So if you're there, whether you are black or brown, black, dark, white, that is not a factor to him. That one doesn't count. So if you're there, then get in touch with him, and then you will be getting yourself a husband. So he's not planning to come back to the country. If he comes back, wakati ye ukuja, where he comes just to visit, he just travels to visit. Okay, and I am doing this repeat video on his request. Are we together? So if you're there, and he requested me to do a repeat because he thought that maybe somebody misunderstood him, because most people were calling him and they were not able to listen to the video. Others were calling him, trying to make him change his mind that, you know, children are good. If you see somebody has made up their mind that they are not going to get kids, then chances are very high that they cannot change their minds. Are we together? So if you don't fit in this category, probably you can wait on the next guest, or rather we can also post you so that you can be on the choosing end. And I told you, to appear on this show is absolutely free of charge. I keep on insisting, it's free of charge to appear on this show. So you can send us your story on 0712 997 660. To those who are outside the country, the code is +254 712 997 660. I repeat, +254 712 997 660. That's our office number. You can send a WhatsApp message, and then our able team, and you can concur with me that our able team responds within 24 hours. So you will get a reply within 24 hours, and then you can be scheduled when your story will be aired or premiered on our YouTube show. Until next time, this is Jenga Njeru. We are hoping that Mr. Mukiri will get a good wife. We are wishing him the best of luck, and we hope that after this he will get a good match. I am going to post his WhatsApp number, his US WhatsApp number, on my Facebook page at Jenga Njeru. You can check on the stories section, and then you can get in touch. Maybe you can call him or you can send him a message, depending on what works for the both of you, depending on what is convenient, and then a conversation can begin. You guys can begin from there, and then we see what will happen. Until next time, this is Jenga Njeru. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then you can like our videos. You can follow me on Facebook, and guys, I'm officially on TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok, and I will follow you back. We can follow one another, and then I decided that I'll be there, and then we can see what happens. Bye bye. God bless you. Bye bye.